Jaguar spent $40 million on a rebrand that would have been more successful if they had given it to a homeless person as fuel for a fire. If they had flushed it down the drain. If they vented it into the sun. You get the picture. Because for some reason, they thought what their audience of young, rich males wanted was to drive the latest iteration of bland, copy-pasted corpo slop. Which if the posts about it are anything to go off of, it's easy to say that people hate it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
Imagine rolling up to your hot date and whatever this thing is.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Hey, maybe this lump of clay will save you more money from all the dates you missed out on. Oh, and good luck with that resale value. In contrast, Volvo came out with an ad a couple of months ago that is literally the opposite of everything Jaguar did. From the length of the presentation at 3 minutes, to the realistic color values, and even the more grounded story message and style. Watching the ad from Volvo, I got the impression that they really wanted to sell an actual product.
Imagine that.
And while there isn't a lot of nuance to be found here, because one is moving and inspirational, and the other looked like it was made by one of those people who try to make fashion out of garbage bags, join me as I loosely compare and contrast them. For fun. But before I get into that, if you like this episode of Balance Takes, like the video and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video, and follow me on X, formerly Twitter, or I'll go back in time and replace Jaguar, the animal, with a Tums-colored brick. Then maybe Jaguar, the company, will feature the opposite and have an ad with an actual Jaguar in it. Ooh, I should probably do that anyway. So you think with the advent of the internet, in this great age of information, that companies and advertising agencies would have the ability to see why companies, nations, civilizations all rose and fell to, not replicate it. We could look back and see why pretty much every single loss in history happened. But for some reason, things like merit, success, how not to fail, eluded this gentleman.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Jaguar's new director of marketing, Santino Pietrosanti.
It is a true honor to stand here surrounded by such extraordinary individuals, trailblazers in the fight for LGBTQ+ rights.
I'm not going to play the whole thing, but it's an award show for LGBTQ+ community or whatever. If that's your thing, whatever. That's not what this video is about. But what I want to focus on is how he thinks diversity and inclusion are strengths instead of, creating a good product.
And at Jaguar,
Nani?
Jaguar.
We are passionate about our people, and we're committed to fostering a diverse, inclusive, and unified culture. A culture where our employees can bring their authentic selves to work.
He wants employees to bring their authentic selves to work. But the glaring, obvious problem is that not all employees have company-useful authentic selves. Look, the values I want from my employees,
If I had one!
is their willingness to work hard, and frankly, I don't care what your sexuality is. Just work hard, represent the company, and don't waste our time. That's it. Good job. Great employee. But those aren't his goals, and that's evident from watching his ad. We are so diverse and inclusive. Please, buy a Jaguar.
So I am with the all-new Jaguar Type 00, which is a design vision. Check it out, it looks absolutely insane. When we look at the front, we can have a look at all these amazing LEDs, 23-inch wheels, these insane lights, as you can see. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a look inside as the doors open. Absolutely crazy. Check out that interior.
Are these noises supposed to sound cool or something?
Which is unbelievable. And then we have another storage compartment which comes out as well. And then the screens go up as well. That is insane.
There's the lack of buttons for a console luxurious? Oh boy, that's one thing I always loved for my car, to have no idea what's going on and have no way to fix it. Woohoo! Seriously, I always thought that if you're rich, you want more options in your car, because if you didn't want to have options in your car, you just have someone drive it. I don't know, maybe I just don't have enough money to understand this. The console went out and I have no idea what's going on with my car. Whee! Now don't get me wrong, I actually don't hate the look for a new vehicle, but it just doesn't look like a Jaguar. It looks like a copy-pasted electric vehicle, and the interior is minimalistic and uninspired. I feel like everyone wants to try to usher in the sleek new future, but folks, the idea of the future has to come with an actual purpose for futuristic products. I hate to break it to you, there's no actual purpose here. There's no purpose in this design. At least the Cybertruck, which has been mocked up and down for the way it looks, has an actual purpose behind its design philosophy. There's a reason why it looks so blocky. I think it's called cold rolled steel, which is the same metal they use for rockets. It's really tough and extremely durable. It's difficult to bend and would cost a lot if you try to put it in a vehicle. So they decided just to not bend it. So you don't have a curvy Cybertruck that costs, I don't know, $160,000. Now it costs $110,000 for the Foundation series, or what, $80,000 for the base model. I'm not sure what it is. If that instead put into curves, then, well, it would have been more expensive. And to top it off, the actual purpose for buying a Cybertruck is to buy a luxurious tank. That's street legal. Let's contrast this with the ad from Volvo. I left a link for it in the description, and if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. Right now. Oh, and then come back. Please.
Well...
In terms of ads, it does everything wrong. It's too long, and although the shots are beautifully done, everything is washed, darker than normal, and there are no poppy colors or anything to catch your eye.
Hey, Mom.
How are you guys? How you doing?
Yeah, we're good.
But in reality, it does everything right. In this new era where people want real, authentic, and emotionally stirring.
We like... Now.
And the twist at the end is so good. The whole time you're watching it, you're thinking, yeah, I get it. They're gonna drive a Volvo because it's the only safe vehicle for the family, right? No. All those hopes and dreams that they spent, 2 minutes building up to, were almost dashed in a moment, but was saved by someone else driving a Volvo. Just that reminder that life can be lost so easily, so quickly, so tragically, really just reach through the screen and grab you by the heart and squeezes. Personally, as a father, I got choked up at the end, and I shed a small tear thinking of the horrible potential of me sitting in the hospital alone, just finding out that my wife and daughter just passed away from a horrific car accident. But instead, that didn't happen because the other person was driving a Volvo that had collision prediction. Their cameras or sensors or whatever on the vehicle saw that someone was walking across the road and came to a stop just in time. That horrible potential future never came to pass, all because the other driver bought a Volvo. In contrast, back to Jaguar, people say any publicity is good publicity, but that's just not entirely true. When I think of Jaguar, all I think about now is how they ruin their brand with what appears to be just a desperate venture into a lame, copy-pasted design that's been so overdone to the point of nauseum. But when I think back to Volvo, I have a Honda Civic out front and a Subaru, I think. It's my wife, so don't judge me. The next time I go out to buy a car, I'm checking out what Volvo has, and that's the takeaway here. That's the critical point that Jaguar missed. There's no relevant takeaway from just loud colors other than, wow, we did everything else that everyone else did. Totally haven't had 50 years of media, Hollywood, and designers making everything look as loud and gaudy as possible. Thanks, we have another one now. That's... really appreciate that. Yeah, that's what I think about Jaguar now. There's leaving an impression. There's leaving a bad impression. And then there's leaving a core memory, a core moment that I'm going to remember for life.
You're gonna be a grandma.
Oh my god. How does it feel?
I'm scared, Mum.
Why are you scared?
About it all, the nights, the responsibility, we're gonna need a bigger place.
Help with all that.
I know, bless you, you're so sweet.
Like I said, when I go car shopping, if Volvo has the mileage and a good package with accident prediction, I don't know about you, but I'm buying that. Imagine making ads to make people buy something.
And that, as they say, is that.
Anyway, those are just my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know your compliments or criticisms in the comment sections down below, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!